Okay, we're a 99 Freightliner Century converted to a day cab. Got 1,070,000 miles on it. 430 Detroit with a Eaton Autoshift, which is a 3-pedal system. I got a clutch, but I use it just to get going. And then from then on, the computer does all the shifting. It does the float shifting. It never engages the clutch when it shifts. It is a manual or mechanical transmission. There are no synchronizers in the transmission, so it's got a float shift, and then when it downshifts, it's got a rev match. It defaults, in this one, the setting is the default startup gear, second gear. I move it up to third. Second's too low. It will go to fourth or actually this tractor will go to fifth if I wanted to start out, but that's way too high unless I'm bottailing. You can see the RPMs. Will drop right down to about 1075 if I use a light throttle. I am about 55,000 pounds, so I'm not real heavy. I can also manually shift too. You can hear when I hit the downshift. As long as I'm going slow enough, it'll grab the next lower gear. Gives a little blip of the throttle. If I want to skip a gear, I can put it in the hold and hit the upshift twice, and it'll skip a gear. What you heard there was the engine brake engaging, slowing the engine down enough so it could go up to 6th gear, the gear that I chose. Now the Autoshift is a 2-pedal system, which is even easier, and it actually activates the clutch. But this really isn't bad. It's good for new drivers, not choosing the wrong gear. And, 1,070,000 miles, same engine and transmission. The only downside is that the computer does act up once in a while. I mean, they've had to do work on it that way. And with electronics cores, it's either or. What's done to me, it would go in a fault code that sticks in like 2nd gear or 3rd gear and in the middle of an intersection or whatever. Just means trying to find a safe place at 5 miles per hour. Shut the truck off and start it up again normally, and it clears the fault code. I think they fixed it finally though, because I haven't had that issue. Now, I've driven this truck a couple times. The RPM range of this truck is about 1075 to, well, whatever, L9, about 2200 RPM or higher. The operating RPM, this transmission, it's computer controlled, so I let it do its thing, and it runs literally between 1075 and 1500. Unless I floor it, then it's going to wind it all the way up, much higher. It'll drop even now. It'll grab 9th gear on an upshift, dropping the RPMs right down to 1075, 1100. Right here is a, I don't know if it can come up in the lighting of this camera or not, but that's the gear indicator, letting me know what gear I'm in. This is an easy one to get into. One nice thing about this particular tractor, it's got a very fast rear end, so going backwards I can go pretty quick. Most transmissions, the reverse is pretty close, doesn't matter what the final rear end ratio is, so some of these trucks really reverse slow because of their rear end.